Hi guys, it's Connor and Tom from GradedGem. We want to start off this video with a massive thank you to everyone who is being patient, who understands the current situation that's going on, and the craziness that is in general GradedGem at the end of this year and PSA card. Unfortunately, in this video, we're going to have a bit more of a frank conversation because we need to directly react to some comments that have been made on social media, some outright lies, disrespect, rudeness, and actually just incorrectness, and it's not really very fair on us considering the time we're putting in here. And we know this is the minority, but we need to actually directly respond to these criticisms because I think that myself and Tom, we're not putting in these hours so that we can just be called out from some randomer who doesn't really know what they're talking about, which is unfortunate. So what we're actually going to do is start this video by talking about actual constructive criticisms that me and Tom have of the service ourselves.
Yeah.
We're not blind.
I am.
Well, he is, but we know that the service can be better. There's no doubt about it. Me and Tom care so much about this, and we care so much about you guys, submitters and everything. That we want the service to be better. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, to put this into context, before I came full-time on GradedGem, we had another company that we ran together that was basically my baby.
Yeah.
We gave that up to do this full-time. Even before the crazy COVID stuff, this was in January and February this year that me and Connor had the conversation. I want to come into this full-time. This is both of our main loves. It's what we want to do. It's what we love doing. And yeah, it's our passion more than it is just a career move.
Yeah, absolutely. And that company that we were running was, it wouldn't have been a passion move, was it? And
no.
You've come into this, and now it is what you want to do. So let's go through some constructive criticisms that me and Tom have in reviews. We go, right, what's not good enough at the moment? What do we want to change in 2021? Number one, comms. Okay, communications at the moment they're lacking. There are two ways you can contact us where you will get a response. Victoria@gradedgem.com, email, or the 0800 number. Just give me a call. You come straight to me. I've got my Bluetooth earphones in.
Yeah.
I'm doing pre-grades at the same time. I can answer your questions. It will be all right. But the Facebook Messenger, overrun. Connor@gradedgem.com, overrun. All my email now has become is a place for me to forward emails to other people to action. And every now and again, I'll get some action in, which isn't good enough. But why did we make the decision to pull back on comms? Because things need to be done.
Yeah.
And there was a day when me and Tom had a frank conversation. It was mid-October. I was on the phone all day. I was on emails all day. I was on Facebook Messenger all day. And all I was doing was telling you we're doing stuff. But by telling you we're doing stuff, there was myself not doing anything.
Other than telling people. Yeah, it was the choice between let's get things done or let's tell people you'll have to wait to get things done until we can stop telling people that we're going to get things done soon.
Yeah, and that's no wrong thing of any of you to be contacting us asking those things. No wrong thing. That's exactly what should happen. But we had to make a decision to go, right, these are taking far too long. The pre-grades need to go out. The confirmations need to happen. And at the end of the day, you're just asking for your returns and getting submissions out. Therefore, let's just do it. We made that decision in the middle of October to get everything ready for the end of December. So that's the reason why we made that decision. And we apologise to anyone we've missed the communication, anyone we haven't replied to a communication. It's not something we've done purposefully to get at you. We're going to move on to order updates in a moment, but a lot of that is the comms as well. Actually, let's just do that one next. So let's talk about order updates.
Yeah, so the order updates has a page on the website /order-updates. I think it's a self-explanatory one. It's very simple. It's very basic. It's not like the PSA system. PSA system tells you exactly where your order is in the grading process. I think there's 8 steps or something like that, all the way from it's not input yet to it's coming back to you and every step in between. We don't do that for every order. Not yet. Because at the moment, we don't have that kind of infrastructure to be able to do that because that's a technical issue and I don't have time to deal with those kind of database type issues right now. That's just not what I can focus on because that isn't getting cards out to PSA or getting cards back from PSA and to you guys.
Yeah, so I guess the frustration, again, we get.
Yeah.
You've sent off cards, they're at PSA, and at the moment, we're just telling you you're at PSA. So why we don't do individual updates? If I have to do an individual update, let's say you're from June, we have got 60 orders, let's say, out there in June. 60 orders, one could be in research and ID, and one could be in the quality assessment check. If I tell you specifically that yours is in quality assessment check, you go and tell your friend on Facebook or whatever that, oh, mine are back, they are then going to think that theirs are going to be back soon. It's not the case. It's not how reality works. And it's just not how PSA system works. It doesn't work first in, first out. We've seen that. We've had Express returns back. We've had Express Plus. Those videos aren't online yet because we've only been able to do Monday, Thursday, again, because we're focusing on getting things done. But we've got the videos there.
Yeah, we can't even have our edit around, even like now lockdown is over, as much because this computer that we use to record and edit video is being used constantly by a member of the team to do work, whether that's pre-grades or inputting or filming a returns video, anything like that. This computer is constantly being used.
And I think that moves on to a point with staff and how GradedGem has grown this year. So just to give you guys an idea of how GradedGem, I'm Grady Groudon, and most of you guys would have known me before this year. This was a tiny channel. Before this year, I was a massive seller of PSA cards, huge seller, one of the biggest in the UK, and that's how many of you would have known me. And GradedGem was born out of that. And I used to just send it as friends, and we'll get stuff going. And it was me full time, and Tom would help out. We've seen him on the videos, but he had his own thing going on as well. But as a good friend he is to me, great. He'd help me out with the part time stuff. So where are we right now? Right now, we are both full time on it.
Yeah, and by full time, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Since July, me and Connor have done 12-hour days. At least 6 days a week, every single week. We've both surrendered time with our family. We've barely seen our friends. We have give everything to this. And don't get me wrong, COVID has been a part of that as well. Absolutely, I get it. Yeah. But we're not in lockdown now. I could go out and see my family. Connor could go out and see his family. Instead, we're here and we're constantly working because this is what we care about so much. But we're not the only two.
No, there is 6 more. There is 6 more people here working at GradedGem. We've got Victoria working on comms, Sam, who works on inputting. We've got John and Ed, who works on ingest, which is getting your cards, making sure that you have to remember these cards are very valuable. We have to make sure they're all very, very segregated. Yeah. Imagine if one card got mixed, that would be an absolute disaster. It's very, very careful work.
Yeah, so 6 people in total at GradedGem UK alone. And I want to give a massive shout out to the guys because Ed has only just started very recently in the past month, and he's already doing full-time hours, more than he did before. We've got John, who yesterday alone stayed from 9 o'clock in the morning all the way till 10 p.m. of a night just to help out and get everything sorted. We've got Sam, who's coming in at 8 o'clock every morning and staying till 6 o'clock every night. We've got Victoria, who's constantly on her laptop or on her computer doing emails and all of that kind of thing. We are working extremely hard, and we're not the only ones. UK isn't the only bit of the team.
You've got Germany with Pablo, you've got Alessio in Italy, and you've got James and Lauren who are working. I know they're working. We see them. They are exhausted. They look like us. They're exhausted. They're working really, really hard. And I can see the other side of this. Maybe we're like, yeah, that's all very well and good and that, but where are my cards? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right there. That's the problem. It has to work as a whole system, as a whole procedure. It doesn't, if you're looking after your own selfish interests, that's where the clogs happen. And then if we got a load of them, then we get loads of clogs.
This is a hobby, a collector's hobby. This isn't just for you. This isn't just for me. This isn't just for Connor. This is for everybody in the hobby. Pokemon is a thing that we all enjoy as a community, as a group. It's a community hobby. Is the way I'm going to say it. All of the interest sparks from places like Instagram, where you're a community. I don't see any of this kind of negativity on Instagram. On Instagram, everyone's being friends, everyone's trading. It's like the old days where you had a link cable with your Game Boy. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's just full of kind of positivity and the community, and we're just losing that a little bit. And one of the biggest criticisms I've seen of GradedGem is hire more staff. Then we're in a really bad time in the world. As everyone knows, it's not a time to be hiring. I mean, we've already hired a lot of people, but you can't just hire an infinite number of people.
So let's pretend we hire 2 more people, and let's pretend demand drops by 50%. We'd then have to tell those 2 people they can't work here anymore. The affordability of the staff we have now is affordable, and it will be in the foreseeable future. So things will get better once this year is over. Absolutely, they will. Absolutely, they will, because we've got the team here now to do it. Right, last one. This is constructive criticism. We're talking to ourselves here. Let's talk about the long turnaround times. God, they're long. They are awful. They're disgusting. I hate them. And the service was 10 times better when I could send them off to PSA and they would come back within 45 days. And the latest one I'd get is 60 days. And that's because normally PSA just forgot about it or something like that. Right now,
they specifically wanted to make you suffer, I think.
yes, mine was always the latest. I was like, why is everyone else's back and mine aren't? Same with the value charges, always seems to be me. But yeah, at the end of the day, long turnarounds. That we're actually going to show you on the PSA website right now. The current. Oh, so let's go to services. Oh, can we?
There you go.
There you go.
We can't do it off the.
Let's go
the
to
video
services.
Screen.
Right. So the value is there. Right. So economy right now, which is what our Express is suspended. So you cannot send via that service yourself right now.
Yeah.
It's suspended. Regular, which is no, this one's Express Plus. So this one's Express Plus, and turnaround time's impacted, guys. And we can't actually show you the next message, which is PSA input, and it's taken 11. 11
weeks.
We can't show you that message because it's within our account, and that would show off all the orders and all of that stuff, and it's just not worth going
It's
into
sensitive
all that.
information. It contains a lot of people's details. We can't show it.
Yes, absolutely. So we'll get that up on the screen. I wish they would just show us where the actual turnaround times are for these services, but it doesn't look like they've got them, does it? But anyway, they're just taking an absolute long time. Right, we found where the turnaround times are. So this is the, what we call value. Your cards actually go ahead of these. Once they get in, they actually go ahead of these.
There is a little lock icon.
Join Collectors Club, so you have to be a member, which is another benefit of submitting with GradedGem or any other dealer. Turnaround times vary with demand. Guess what, guys? Demand is at peak. Absolute peak. We are sending tens of thousands of cards over to PSA a week. I wish that was...
it's not an exaggeration.
Crazy, doesn't it?
It does,
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah, a week.
But I have pre-graded them all, so I do know it.
yeah. So at the end of the day, that's us. That's
Yeah.
just GradedGem, and I know we're a big customer of PSA, which is great, and you guys all add to that, absolutely. But that is just us. Economy.
And that's just us at the UK.
Yeah. So economy right now. So this is the normal Express. Not even available so they won't have the turnarounds there. But even if we go a step up, that one's taking 25 business days. This is after inputting. And the Express Plus is taking 15 business days.
After inputting, which can take 11 weeks. 15 business days, 3 weeks, don't sound too bad until you add the 11 weeks onto it that it can take to input, which is, it's not can take, that is the average time at the moment that PSA are taking to input.
So yeah, that
cards.
could be 8-9 weeks, or it could be 13 weeks.
Yeah.
And we see it with the cards that we send in the same box.
Yeah, for sure.
They can be there, and some can get input well quick, and others can take 3 months.
Yeah.
So, and then I guess that's another part of the individual updates. So, what we're just trying to say is we just need a bit of understanding in regards to the whole thing at the moment. Everyone wants cards graded. And we also get, the guys who sent in May and June, this was unforeseen. No one in the world foresaw this. Collectors Universe didn't. Ludkins didn't. GradedGem didn't. No other third party did. This is absolutely on another level, to use Tom's catchphrase. This is unprecedented in trading cards. We weren't ready for it. No one was, but we absolutely scaled up as quickly as possible as we could.
And we were always reacting to what was happening. We were always communicating with PSA Card all the time. We were always going off advice that between us, we was like, yeah, that sounds realistic. Like, there doesn't seem to be anything that's going to, oh, wait, here's another 50,000 cards.
Yeah, and actually, that's a big thing. The demand has continually grown this year.
It's not stopped.
I think and that won't just be us. That will be PSA. So you think May, it was big. June was bigger. July was bigger again. August, you get the idea. It just snowballed, guys. It snowballed. And we're actually going to, unfortunately, have to respond directly to a particular criticism, which I'm not particularly happy about. But if this sort of stuff this has gone on in our group, in our GradedGem group, and if it's gone on here, then my guess is it's gone on elsewhere, and I think we need to kind of go and directly respond to this because it's just in general untrue.
Just to put this into context as well, the GradedGem group is meant to be a community place for people in the hobby.
Yeah.
It's not really meant to be a place for grade and service questions, but they happen. We get it. It's not actively manned by myself or Connor. In fact, John and Sam spend a lot more time on there than we do. Also, guys, please don't message the admins personally on Facebook. We do, this is our job, and me and Connor do, it's pretty much our lives, but these is their job. Please don't interfere with their personal lives when we're going to this stuff. Cool.
Next, we're going to move on to directly responding to some criticism we've had online. And basically, this is in our own group. And we kind of feel like if we don't respond to this, then we're not responding to all the other criticisms we're getting. I mean, this is the sort of stuff that's being said out loud and freely. And it's not acceptable now.
No.
We're not a joke. And basically, we're gonna clear this up, as it says. Yeah. Right. So we've redacted this person's name. They are free to say who they are. The chat is still available on the group. But basically, we don't want to give them any more attention than they deserve, which is none. So this is to clear something up. There's no excuse for these long wait times. I sent using Economy to PSA. It took 3 months. I sent using PSA. It took 1.5 weeks, 1.5 weeks. Do not believe these ridiculously long wait times. They aren't with PSA, they're with GradedGem. So he's there suggesting that all the cards are with us and not out at PSA, because that would be a great business model. And not sure what they're playing at, but PSA, you can log in anytime and see exactly what stage they're at. And we've already said this, you can.
Yeah, we can see everybody's orders.
But it's time. It's time investment. It's me individually going through every single order. And if it was less busy, then sure, why not? You know, I'll do it as a one-off. I used to do it all the time. Right now, too busy. Give us till Jan. If the cards aren't with you, which hopefully a lot of them will be, especially with the earlier stuff, then we'll do it in Jan, and we'll have a whole new order update system. So this is the misinformation and an outright lie, basically. So let's go to the next comment.
I send direct to PSA. These middleman services play on wait times, when those long waits simply don't exist with PSA. It's all excuses and lack of communication and poor handling.
Right, again, so he's feeding the fear here, right?
Yeah.
Because the excuses, lack of communication. I mean, lack of direct communication. Let's be very clear here.
Yeah.
I've put out an update video every 2 weeks on YouTube in regards to, not everything, but attempted to do everything. We would have a chat about what to put out there. And poor handling. Poor handling is so incorrect, it hurts.
Yep.
The management to keep everyone's cards segregated, the management to make sure that these cards are kept in pristine condition, the condition they come to us in and out to PSA and back, not easy.
The logistics on this is an incredible task.
Massive.
It's the biggest part of everything we do. Yeah, sure, we put some time into YouTube here and there. It's nothing in comparison to the amount of hours we put in every single step of this grading process and the steps that you'd have to take if you was doing this individually as well. We do the same thing, if not better, because of all the practice, that every single individual submitter would do themselves.
Yeah, so again, and it's just, we're not even recognising that. And here he says he's backing up his claim. I've never used GradedGem. All I hear is horror stories. You know, that's just
it's not true.
Defamation again, isn't it? I mean,
yeah. For one thing, we are part of probably the biggest Pokemon community there is on YouTube right now. With Randolph Pokemon, we are a big presence on the Facebook groups. I'm on pretty much every Pokemon group there is, every big Pokemon group, and we are constantly, from the amazing people that use our service, we're always getting compliments.
Yeah, and I just want to say, again, this is born from frustration with PSA, and this guy's just jumping on it. And that that's very instinctive. But at the end of the day, we're doing everything we can here, and that's what this video is about, just to try and show you that. But yeah, overall, we try and give you the most transparent, honest, and fast service as possible. Right, we're going to go into his actual capture. So this is the ridiculousness of it, really. He's not incorrect in what he's saying, that's fine. But let's be frank. He sent in 10 cards.
Over 2 orders.
That is nothing in comparison to the volume we are dealing with here. This very well could have happened to you. But on the other hand, you could have sent in 10 cards and they would have taken even longer than us sending. He's paid considerably more per card. He's paid the custom fees when they come back. He's paid for it to be shipped to the USA without insurance. And if he has paid insurance, my goodness, that's expensive. We should know. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with submitting directly to PSA.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all, if that's the way you want to do it.
Apart from it's more expensive, on average will take longer, and then you have to deal with all the logistics yourself.
So the reason why we're basically saying this evidence doesn't stack up is because it's over 10 cards. 10 cards is one... It's just nothing in comparison to even the orders we send out. And at the end of the day, we need an evidence case. To have an evidence case, you need to have at least 2,000 cards out there. If you then were getting them back quicker, then I'd be on to PSA and I'd be like, right, what's going on? And then it's easy. They're accepting submissions from the general public. That's an outright lie. So we've already covered this. Basically, we did say in an update video, I did say that you couldn't send Express to PSA, and our Express. It's not exactly the same, guys. The service levels are different, and we get unique and different services that you don't get. We're a dealer. We're an official dealer. You know, there are benefits to that, thankfully. And you know, we never said that, so there's nothing to be.
The
lying
one you
about.
can't do is the value service, or the whatever the cheap $10 per card is. It's literally locked behind a paywall of you having a collector's club thing. That's what the little padlock means. You can't do it.
Yeah. And by the way, PSA at the moment are pushing dealers.
Yeah, massively.
It gets away their hassle of, well, the customer service, but then also, so cards, I can't actually pick that one up. They all come in like top loaders with tape on or different. You know, it takes a lot of handling, but just to get these cards into grade fits or same regions and put into orders
Other brands are
good
available.
order. In a good order, so you don't have your modern Japanese next to your WotC Charizard, because that will just destroy the grade.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Duel Monster, sports cards.
It's not an easy process. Right, let's go into the next one. Right, so he's saying, yes, but he is recognising it is more expensive, to be fair, that's fair enough, but the value of card should increase enough to offset that cost. Okay.
Just so you know, the value of the card is going to be the same no matter who you send it with. So that's bad maths. 10 take away 8 is 2, and 10 take away 5 is 5.
Yeah, but you pay for what you get, I guess. Just scrolling this page full of complaints. What's surprising if one day they just disappeared. Right, this annoyed me, frankly.
Yeah.
I've been in this hobby for 4 or 5 years now. Before this year, this was Graded Groudon mainly, and I was known as one of the biggest sellers in the UK for PSA cards. And that's where GradedGem has born out of. I've got a collection worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. I don't really talk about it that much because I don't need to. But the fact is, to even state that we would just disappear is utter disrespect. Utter disrespect.
It's rude.
Yes.
And realistically, it's stupid. And I don't mind calling you stupid for saying this. We have spent a good 2 years now on YouTube building a channel. And for the last year, we've spent a year building a huge relationship with a channel with 500,000 subscribers. Also, big congratulations there to Randolph Pokemon. We've had the Sidemen submit cards through us and all sorts. We've got so many YouTubers now with over 1 million subscribers send cards to us. But Randolph specifically, he's been here a few times. He knows where we live. You all know what we look like. We've got videos with tens of thousands of views. You guys all know what we look like. You know what kind of area we're in. In fact, you even know where we go to pick up post. Like, it's stupid. If we were scamming people and we disappeared one day, it'd be pretty easy.
I think that's it. This service built on total trust. Yeah. And that's the way I and Tom have always been. We've always acted in that way. And to even say that is shocking, in my opinion. Also, they aren't officially licensed by PSA. Well, that's a lie. Ludkins are, which they are. We'll show that in a minute. This looks like it's run by a couple of kids. Disrespectful. Had a great idea. Thank you. And it got way out of their depth. It hasn't got out of depth. We've just constantly reacted. Right, let's talk about the kids' comment. Tom?
We're 26 years old.
Yeah. And
before this, what did we run?
We ran a business consultancy and website design company. A successful one at that.
Yeah, a very successful one with clients that are ridiculously big, even in comparison to the Pokemon see right now. And we had to consult them on the best way to make their procedures active, efficient, and reliable. Yeah. That's what we did. That is what we've brought to this. That is specifically what me and Connor worked on as a business and made ourselves relatively successful people before GradedGem exploded.
Yeah, and then we both went, right, let's do that. So just to show that we are official agents of PSA, this is PSA's website, communication centre right at the top. At the moment they're pushing dealers because it's just better for them. And we are PSA UK official agent.
Yeah, I just want to show you guys this because right now I can't actually move our face. This is psacard.com. If you want to go there, it's psacard.com. It's the top link. It's in a blue banner. It's called communication, right? Now,
UK and EU official agents.
Yeah. Our competitor, Ludkins, is there as well. We're not going to blank out Ludkins' name. If you're going to use a grade-in service middleman, use GradedGem or Ludkins.
Yeah, if you don't like us for any reason, go ahead.
Yeah, if you specifically think his beard or my lack of beard and foul attempt is, horrific and you want to go somewhere else, use them.
You get insurance. We've got a contract with PSA. We have a contract with all of you when you submit. There is absolutely no way, legally, any way out of this where we can just go, we got cards. Yeah. This is a limited company. We now have an LLC in America. Like, it's just irrelevant to try and say we're not officially
But
Yeah.
it's context, guys. The world, this planet we live on, big spinning rock that goes around the sun, it's split into 7 parts, 7 continents. We're the official agents for one of them.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just again just
Also,
incorrect.
we worked damn hard to get that relationship with PSA.
Yeah, over years, absolutely over years.
That wasn't a thing we just applied for on a whim.
And we put this at the end because we thought it was quite funny.
This is hilarious.
So this guy who have put all this stuff on our group, basically has been calling us out for being crap. His inbox is now blown up, and be patient with me. He's now asking you to be patient with him because he can't handle the DMs he got from our group from a very specific few number of people.
Yeah.
Now you try and imagine the scale for us. If his DMs have blown up,
We've got a full-time member of staff, plus all of us who try and get back to communications as well.
yeah. So then, guys, what are we asking at the end of this video? What is the reason why we've set this video public? And it's basically saying we know things aren't perfect. Absolutely. We're not blind to that.
Nothing is perfect.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah, and we are working on it. We're going to get you those better order updates. We're going to get those comms better. Wait till Jan, please. If it's not urgent, just please wait. If any returns come through that door, they're going to be out. We'll contact you. Please just give us that patience and understanding. It is just the reality of the situation. We've got tens of thousands of cards to submit to PSA. We're going to get it done. And any returns that come through that door, they're going to be shipped out.
I'm going to give you guys a really simple example of why we're going to get your returns out to you the second they arrive with us. We'll get them in, we'll contact you, ask for your address as soon as we film the video. Usually takes about half an hour, it's not a long time. We'll pack them up, and as soon as you've paid, we'll ask for your address and get them to you. Do you know why we want you to pay and have your cards back? It's because PSA have charged us. Until, PSA have already taken the money from us, then we've got to wait for the money off you. I'm not going to wait 6 months. I'm not going to wait 2 months. I'm not going to wait a day, really. I'm going to be do you want to pay for your order and get your cards back? Because currently it's come out of our bank.
Yeah, and guys, I know, to be fair, I want to say this, 99% of you are absolutely cool with it.
And we love you.
Understand it. Yeah, and, that's good. But there are a vocal minority who are, that, as you can see from all those, it was just outright lying, for spreading misinformation. But then there's others who kind of allow it, or I'd give it attention when it's just obvious it's not true. That particular individual, I don't know who he is, but he's running raffles on his page. Raffles are frowned upon in general because they're, 1, illegal, but 2, I don't know this person, but dodgy transactions often happen around raffles. That's
a very quick comment I want to make about raffles. Raffles are a lottery. If your lottery is earning any substantial amount of money, legally defined by the government as I think around £200,000, which isn't unseen for, that's a base set first edition box, or a Charizard. You have to be legally registered as a lottery. It is not an easy process. It's incredibly hard, and if you're doing it illegally, you will be shut down.
Yeah, and it's that simple, guys. Again, I apologise if you haven't been one of those minority of the few. Just don't even worry about this video. We know you care the same way we do, and that's the reason why I put this video out, is because we care.
And if you are one of those great people, hit that like button and make sure to watch the video on Monday, where we're speaking about something fun.
Yeah.
And clickbaiting the title and thumbnail.
But still, I hope this kind of gives some understanding. We have criticised ourselves. We are being honest. There's no reason to panic. If you need to call the 0800 number, please do. If you need to email victoria@gradedgem.com. We'll get through this year. Hopefully we'll have some returns for you. If not, we'll get them back as soon as possible early next. That is just the way, and I wish it wasn't. I wish we had all your cards. I really do. But that's it. We'll speak soon. I don't want to do this ever again, but I think we came into a lot of criticism, and we can't just keep going, oh yeah, if it's fine, because it's not fine, and
it's not fair. Not on us and not on our team.
It's not. And then this particular instance, it was just disrespectful, and that's the reason why we've decided to do this. So, see you soon, and yeah, that's it really, guys. We'll have better news Monday.